No. Okay, can you guys see that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So this is page 458 from your textbook. These are the prerequisite appendix. The first thing we're going to be looking at is adding polynomials. So to add 2x plus 5y minus 4 and the like terms. So 3x minus y minus 5. All right, so the first step would be the add the 2 and the 3, which we get 5x. Next step would be 5y minus 2y. We get 3y. And then the final step here would be minus 9. Okay, so we're really just gathering like terms. Okay, and I think in all of these questions, they've done us the favor of putting them together already in the right order. They've actually put them on top of each other for us. Okay, so we won't always get that. We will likely have to move things around. Okay, but if we wanted to do this first one here, 3x plus 2y plus 5, 4x plus 3y plus 7. Don't give us a lot of room here, but 3x and 4x gives us 7x. 2y and 3y give us plus 5y. And then 5 plus 7 gives us plus 12. Okay? Any questions with this? Sorry? That's the answer, yeah? Okay, Josiah, you want to try this one? What's minus 6a plus 4a? I can do it for you, yeah, but I'm asking if you can help us out here. Minus 6a plus 4a. No, it's not 2a. Josiah? Minus 2a, right, because it's a minus 6, right? Okay, and then we have 2b minus 3b. What do you think, KG? Negative b, correct. Okay, and then we got 4 minus 7. Janier? Negative 3, good. Negative 3. All right. So again, with like terms, we're just gathering the like terms. How do we know it's a like term? The like term is dictated by the variable and the exponent. Okay, I remember I explained this. The variable, the letter, has to be the same, and the exponent needs to be the same. Okay, that's how we know it's a like term. All right, so for you guys, when we're done this, you guys are going to do B to E. So 1, I'm going to put it over here, 1B to E. Okay, that's going to be today's classwork. All right. Next, we're looking at angle properties. To find the measure of x, recall that the sum of the interior angles of a triangle is 180. So if we have 72, 67, and x here, how can we find out this value if we know the sum is 180? Yeah, Maxis?
The interior angles are all have 180, you add 72 and 67, and then subtract that from 180. Good.
So you can see it's done for us here because it's the example. We got x plus 72 plus 67 is equal to 180. We combine the 72 and 67, we get 139. Calculators will help us with that. Then we have x is equal to 180. When we're going over the equal sign, remember we need to change the sign of the number. So we minus 130 and we get x equals 41. All right. Next we have when a transversal intersects two parallel lines, the alternate angles are equal. So when we have two lines here that are parallel, this line and this line, they're parallel. When we have a line that intersects those two lines, these two angles become the same, and these two angles become the same. All right? B, the corresponding angles are equal. So here it's showing the exact same thing here. These two angles are equal, and these two angles are equal. The co-interior angles are supplementary. Supplementary means that they add up to 180. That's what supplementary means. Okay? So if we have these two interior angles here, y and x, they're going to add up to 180. Now these properties of parallel lines and triangles are very important because they allow us to figure out values of word problems, right? When we get these questions in word problems typically. Okay? Here it says to find the measure of x, y, and z, use the fact that since AC, this line here, is parallel to EF, this line here, and we know that by these arrows. Okay, that's how we know they're parallel, these two arrows. Sorry, I was off the screen there. This arrow and this arrow. We know they're parallel. It says the alternate angles are equal. So BEF is equal to ABE. BEF, which is this angle here, X, is equal to ABE, this angle here. So knowing that then, what would the value of X be? Say it again. Okay, put your hand up this time. Zai? Perfect, 54, yeah. So X is going to be equal to 54 degrees. All right, next we have BFE is equal to CBF. So CBF is here, 73, and BFE is here. So therefore, Z is equal to what? AC. RC, sorry. RC? 73, good. All right. All right. So the only thing you need to do for that page is this, as we did everything else. Go to the next section. Okay, let's look at this. Find the unknown measures. Okay, here we have 78 and 61. How can we find X? Yep.
Adding the two angles we have and minusing it from 180.
Right, good. So X is going to be equal to 180 minus these two angles. So minus 78 and minus 61. And what does that give us? Maxis, trying to stay awake. First day here. 41? X is equal to 41 degrees. Good. Next one, B, it says find the unknown angle. So we're given 115 here. How can we find out what C is? You guys remember the formula here? Yep, Milkias?
Could you do 180 minus 150?
Good. Yeah, because the interior angles both make up 180. So we can do 180 minus 115. Okay? And that gives us 65. All right? So C is equal to 65. Okay? Next one. How can we find out what E is? E is equal to what? Yeah, Japet?
180 minus 115.
Yeah, it's the same thing, right? We know by properties of lines because these two are parallel. These two here are parallel. This one and this one. We know it's the same as C, but also we know that this is a straight line, so we know this is 180. So it's also 180 minus 115 is equal to 65. Okay? Next, we can find D by doing the same thing, properties of lines. D is going to be equal to what? Axis?
I had a different question about that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Will we get marked up on tests if we forget to put the degree signs?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
It's gonna be 115.
115. Good, Josiah. 115. Okay, and then we can work on the other two angles. B is going to be equal to B is opposite angles, so C and B are the same. So B would be equal to 65. We know that because C is 65. Opposite that angle is going to be the same, these two, by properties of parallel lines, 65 degrees. And then A is equal to D, which is 115. Okay? G is going to be the same as E, so G is equal to 65, and F is equal to 115. Any questions on any of those angles? All right, I'm going to leave 1, C, and D for you guys. Okay, so leave a space in your work to finish those. Next, we're going to do some common factoring. So to factor the expression 10y squared plus 8y, we're going to determine the greatest common factor of both terms. And so the way we do that, in this case, 10x squared and y squared, the greatest common factor is 2. So it's the biggest number that goes into both values and variables. So in this case, it would be 2y. So 2y goes into 8, and 2y goes into 10y squared. All right? So the factors of 10y squared, or 10y squared plus 8y are 2y, and the other factor is 5y plus 4. Second factor is 10y squared, so divided by 2y plus 8y divided by 2y. So to get the second factor, we're just dividing both by 2y, and that's how we get 5y plus 4. So therefore, our two factors are 2y and 5y plus 4. Okay? I'm going to show this because I think that some of you might be confused about this. So let me just show this. Let me just write this out. Okay. We have 10y squared plus 8y. Okay. We want to convert that into two factors. Factors are two numbers that multiply together to get. Is that a question? Okay, hurry up. These two numbers have a common factor of 2y. Right? Because 2 is the biggest number that goes into 10, and it's the biggest number that goes into 8. And y can also be divided in both terms. So I divide both terms by 2y. Okay? What I end up with is 5y plus 4. Because the y's cancel, and 2 goes into 8 4 times. So that's my factor. And what I factored it by was the multiple of 2y. So this is what this term is equivalent to this term. Okay, so if you can see, if I multiply them out, 2y times 5y, I would get 10y squared, and 2y times 8y, I would, or 4. Because there's a square, so the y only takes off one of them.
So does that matter, like whatever number it is, as long as there's a square, it gives from y? Or?
The number doesn't matter. In this case, you're talking about the degree of the exponent, and you have 2 and then an imaginary 1 here, so when you divide, you're doing 2 minus 1, you get 1.
So it doesn't matter what the numerator or denominator is, right?
No. For the variables, no.
So, sir,
Yep.
if you have something squared and you divide it by another variable, it just cancels out the square?
Yeah.
Variable?
Yeah. It takes off 1. So if it was something like this, what would that be equal to? Sorry?
2.
RC, you know? Just 2? 2 squared?
Oh wait.
RC, do you know what this would be?
Y squared?
You're not RC. Rudy? Y to the exponent of 4 divided by y squared? KG?
Y squared.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, y squared. Because I'm doing 4 minus 2. All right? Any questions there?
Sir, going back to the 10y squared, and on the right side, the 2y is just there to balance it, right?
It's to multiply, yeah, to these terms, to give you this.
So we need that 2y there, right?
Yeah.
And then 2y is the greatest common factor.
Yes. All right, let's try this one. State the missing factor. So in this case, we have a 6 and x and 8y. What would be the missing factor be? Sorry? Oh, sorry. Thank you. 6x plus 8y. What would be the missing factor?
Equals. Is that a bracket?
So basically, you need to determine 2 multiplied by what will give you this. So the missing factor here would be, what do you think, Alan? You're dividing this term, Alan, by 2 and this term by 2. What would you get 6x divided by 2? 3x, good, Alan. And 8y divided by 2?
4y.
Good. So So that's the missing factor, right? Because now if I multiply 2 times 3x, I get 6x, and 2 times 4y, I get 8y. Okay? I'll do 2 more of these. Let's do this one here, D. Okay?
Sir, so in the bracket it would be 3x plus 4y.
Yes. Okay. Milkius, what is the missing factor? So you're dividing both these terms by 4a squared. So 8a cubed minus 12a squared. What would I get for the missing factor here? What's 8a cubed divided by 4a squared? Or just do one at a time. What's 8 divided by 4? Yeah, 2. Okay. Now what's a cubed? So a to the raised to the exponent of 3 divided by a squared. What would that give you? Yeah, so not the exponent would be 1, but what would the variable be? A. Good. So we get 2a. And then the second part, you want to do this one too, Milkius? So what's negative 12 divided by 4?
3.
Not 3? Negative 12 divided by 4? Negative 3, good. And then what is a squared divided by a squared? Nope. Yeah, it would be 1, right? Because any number divided by itself is 1. So would I write a 1 here? No, I would just write nothing, right? So it would be 2a minus 3. All right. Next one. Josiah, can you do this one? What am I going to put in brackets? What's the factor?
Did you say me?
Josiah,
Can I put on my calculator?
Yeah, you should have your calculator. You don't have a calculator? You need a calculator in this course.
Alright, I'll go over there.
You need to get it today.
Sir.
Yeah, Rudy? Why are we dividing? Because we're finding what multiplies to what to give you this.
And the opposite.
So in order to do that, you got to do the opposite operation. Yeah, it's a little bit confusing, but you're trying to find the factor. Good question, Rudy. Why are we dividing? We're trying to find the number that negative 4x multiplies to give you this. So the way we do that is we actually divide this by the number. See how they did it up here? They divided by 2y. So we're dividing because we want to know what the factor is. That's why we're dividing. Yep.
Why isn't it 3 on the 8? That's
Sorry?
Why isn't it 3 on the
This 3?
8? Yeah.
Because it was 4a squared divided from negative 12a squared. So it's like this. These two cancel out. Can you see that? Yeah? Okay. Or what's your first name again? It's LaForge, your last name, right? What's your first name? Jaden. Okay. All right, so I'm looking for the factor for this one. Yeah? Is that?
Is it negative 1? Is that a 3 or is the exponent a 3 or?
Here, there's a 2.
Then it's negative 1x.
It would be negative 1x, correct. No, actually, sorry, it wouldn't be negative. It would be positive, right? Because it's a negative divided by a negative. So we just have, we wouldn't write any of that. We would just write x, right? Okay? And then the next term?
Is it I think it's negative 2.
Negative 2, correct. Okay? Any questions? Yeah, Lucas.
If we put a 1, we didn't mark
Like a 1 here?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't mark it off. But it looks weird. That's all. All right, next one, factor. Okay, so this is number 2. We're factoring. So what we do to factor is we're going to try to take out the largest term that's common to both. Okay, so Andrew, you want to try C here?
C.
Yeah.
You divide
C.
each one by 2.
Okay, good. So what am I going to end up with?
Then 2 AB
2ab plus 3ab. But there's something else that's in common besides the 2. You see what it is in both terms?
A.
Yeah, so we wouldn't divide by 2, we would by what?
Divide each by 2a.
2a, correct. So our first factor is 2a,
Plus,
and we left with what?
plus 3.
Sorry, what's the first term? What I put here?
2ab.
No. You took the a out.
So it is 4b plus.
No, you took the 4 out with the 2. You divided 4 by 2.
So 2b.
2b, yes. And then
And then it's just 3.
good. Plus 3. Good?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to try this one. It's a long one. You want to try it, Janir? Or Josiah? You guys are talking. You're not listening, so you might as well try it.
I'm not talking.
Can you do this one for me?
No, I obviously I don't know the answer.
What's common between the 3 terms? X is common. Good. What else? 3. Good. So what's the first factor? Good. 3x. Excellent. Now brackets. What am I going to be left with?
X.
Sorry? Yeah, x squared. Yeah, x2. Yeah, that's good. What's the 6 turn into? 2. 2x squared, I think you said. Yep. And then what?
Just X squared. Because of the 3 essentially one so but you don't have to put the 1. Something like that.
Okay, it wouldn't be x squared though because I'm dividing an x from an x squared.
Oh, so would it just be X? Just X.
Okay, x plus or negative?
Negative.
Negative x, yep. And then the last piece?
3x squared.
3x squared? Nope.
It's just 3.
What's 9x divided by 3x?
Maybe 3 should.
Yeah, plus 3 or negative 3? Sorry? Positive, yeah. Okay, you guys are going to do 2a, b, d, e, g, and h. Okay, I want to make sure I do give you guys some time, but I want to get through all of this.
So are we going to get copies of all of that?
Yeah, I'm recording the video. It'll be on YouTube, the video. This is in your textbook.
It's actually just online.
Yep. Yep. Congruent triangles. Sorry?
What page is it on the textbook again?
460 I'm on right now. Right here, 460.
Sir,
Yep.
can you write like all the questions we need to go on the board and
Sure, I will. At the end, yep. Congruent triangles. Okay, congruent triangles have the same shape and the same size. When 2 triangles are congruent, their corresponding angles, correspond sides are equal. So these triangles are basically identical, right? They're congruent. That means they're the same. The following corresponding parts are equal, so it's telling you which angles are the same. Now the only trick with congruent triangles is sometimes they try to orientate them differently, like a different orientation to mess you up. You have to sort of align them so you can see which angle is equal to which, right? Like that's what they're doing over here. It says list the equal parts in each pair of congruent triangles. So I'll do the hard one for you. So this is 1B, okay? Basically you want to list the angle like this that are the same. Okay, now these two are kind of flipped, so you really have to pay attention to how you list it. Okay, let's start with A. Oh, sorry. These two are flipped, so you have to pay attention to how you list it, okay? So angle A, still pretty easy though. Angle A is equal to what? Okay. Hey Rudy, what's angle B equal to? Sorry? L, good. And then angle C is going to be equal to the last one, angle M. Good. Evaluating expressions. Evaluate the expression 4x squared minus 5y for x equals 2 and y equals negative 3. Substitute 2 for x and negative 3 for y in the expression. Then simplify using the order of operations. Okay, this is pretty easy here, I hope. We're just substituting in the values for y and x, and we're solving to find a whole number. Okay, so let's do 1a. We're going to do 3x plus 4. In this case, it tells us that x is 3. That's all we need for this one. So I'm just going to substitute in 3 wherever I see x. So I have 3 times 3 plus 4. This is going to be equal to 9 plus 4, which is equal to 13. Okay, any questions with this? Substitution, pretty simple. We're going to do the last one, and you guys can do everything in between. 4, and then I have x minus y minus z. So what's the value of x I had to put in here, Douglas? 3. Minus y, Max?
2. Sorry, I can't see it. 2.
Can't see it?
2.
It's right here, right? Can you see that? You gotta move closer. Yeah? Minus 2. And then what is the last one? What's that? 1. Okay. 3 minus 2 minus 1 is equal to? 0. What's 4 times 0? 0. Okay. You guys are gonna do 1, B, 2, K. Let's see how much more we're gonna get to. Wow, there's lots of review here. We're going to go a little bit quicker. Okay. Evaluate for x minus 2, y equals 3. So this is the same thing as the last one. So you guys are going to do this one on your own. We're going to move a little bit quicker here. To complete the table of values for y equals x squared minus 5, substitute the given values for x in x squared minus 5x and determine y. So we need to take this value of x and sub it in here. So what would the first value of y be? Is it Matt? Matthew? Matthias? Matthias? Matthias. What? Matthias. So not Matthias, not Matthias, Matthias. Matthias. Okay, sorry. What would the value of y here be? What do I have to do? You're substituting it in the formula there, right? So here, I'll rewrite it for you. So 2 goes in for x, so we have negative 2 squared minus 5 times negative 2. So what would y be then? Okay, let's start with the first thing if you don't know. What's negative 2 squared? Nope. Stefan, what's negative 2 squared? Liam, what's negative 2 squared? Nope. KG. Nope. Douglas. 4, right. When you have a negative 2 times negative 2, the negatives cancel and you just get a positive 4. Okay? So negative 2 squared is positive 4. What's negative 5 times negative 2, Rudy? Right. Good. Positive 10. So we're going to have 14. So the first y is 14. Make sense? All right, Jaden, you're gonna do the 0, nice and easy. What's y gonna be equal to? If I sub in 0 and 0 here, what am I gonna get for y?
This is the return to class. Tristan, return to class.
You're taking this 0, Jaden, for x, and you're subbing it in here and here. What do I get for y?
0.
Yeah, good. Y is going to be 0 because it'll be 0 minus 0, right? So y would be 0. Okay, last one, x is equal to 2. RC, I'm going to sub in the 2 here and here. What do I get? Sorry? I'm subbing this 2, RC, into x here and into x here. So if I rewrote it, it would be 2 squared minus 5 times 2. So what's that equal to?
4.
Yeah, 4. Right, minus 10. So what's that equal to? If you're whispering to him, it doesn't help, guys. Not helping him. Yeah, negative 6. Good. Negative 6. Okay. All right, and actually the answer I didn't even realize was right below us, right? There it is. Yeah. Okay. Well, at least we checked the answer. That's correct. All right, so you guys have these tables. We'll do one more. We'll do the last one. Tends to be the hardest. Okay. So here I'm going to sub in 4 for x, Maxis. Yep, you. So 4 goes into x. What am I going to get here? Y is equal to what? What do I get? What's the first part? What's 4 squared?
What do you mean, like, what's squared? Oh, like this, the product of it?
Are you with me? Can you see this?
Yeah.
You gotta stay awake. 4 squared.
16?
16, yep. What's 2 times 4?
8.
Okay. Plus 4. What's this?
28.
Nope. 16 minus 8 is what?
Oh, yes, oh, yeah, no, 28. Oh, 16 minus, whoops. 12.
12. Good. And you should be using a calculator, right? Everyone needs to have a calculator for this course. It's impossible to do without a
Are
calculator.
those equations above the table always going to be there?
Yep. For this type of question, yep. Okay. Jeds, can you do this one? 2 into here. What are you gonna get? 2 squared is what? 4 minus 2 times 4 is, or sorry, 2 times 2 is what? Good. So it'll be 4 minus 4 plus 4. What's that? Good. Okay. 0. Max. What are you doing? You're on your phone? Really? You're on your calculator on your phone, or you're on your phone on your phone? I hope it's your calculator. What are you doing? You're doing a 0 here. What do we get?
So can you like shine a light?
See that, bro? I'm not gonna see that.
I can't see it either, I can't even lie.
That better? I think that is better, no?
For 0?
No, I don't think so.
I think it's better. What's the? I do have the light here for that reason. That or that?
I feel like that's better.
Yeah,
personally.
I like this. That's better.
That's better, right?
Yeah, it's more
I think it's better.
I think it adds.
Okay, go ahead, Max. I'm gonna plug in 0 into this equation. What do we get?
Wait, what does that say? I still can't see it.
Now the light's on.
Okay, you gotta sit closer then. You have to come up. Sit next to Douglas, right there. You have glasses and you're not wearing them? You need to wear them.
That's bad.
0 in here.
Okay, wait, I gotta move more like this side.
Oh my god,
So 0 to the power of 2 minus. So like you just input it for x.
Yeah. Input the 0 for x.
Okay, 0 to the power of, or 0 squared minus like just the x 0, so you don't like multiply 2 by 0.
Yeah.
So it'd be 0
Yeah.
plus 4.
Yeah. So what do you get?
So you get. I need like write it down on paper, but y.
So this is going to be 0, right?
Y.
This is going to be 0, right? What are you left with?
is plus 4.
That's right. Good job. Andrew, what's up?
Can I do number?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's go through a little quicker, guys. Negative
Okay,
2.
So minus 2x to the power of 2 is 4.
Yep.
And then minus 2 times minus 2 is also 4.
Yep.
So then it's 12.
Yep. Good. 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 12. Excellent. And then the last one, negative 4. Rudy, can you do this? Negative 4 squared is what? That's right.
That's positive 16.
Good.
And then you will do negative 2x times negative 4. So that would be positive. So that's positive 8.
Good.
And then negative 4 plus 4. 0. And then 16 plus 8 is 24.
Yep. So what's it? What do I put here?
24.
Good. Okay, excellent. All right, you guys are going to do 3 A to E. Yep. Not yet. I'm going to let you go in a minute. I'm going to just want to give you guys some time to practice this, so I'm going to stop there. I think I'll do one more day of review. It's going to go much quicker, guys, tomorrow, because we do have to get started in the course. This is all prior to grade 10. Should be very simple, very easy stuff, I hope. I'm going to stop the video there. I'm going to write the homework on the board, okay?
So now take a picture of the board.